Kansas. This segment sponsored by Carlson Financial.
What to do with your 401k is a crucial decision when it comes to retirement. Carl Carlson, founder and CEO of Carlson Financial, is here with a look at how it can impact your income in your golden years. We all want to have as much money as we possibly can to live on when we retire. So we have options with our 401k. What's number one? What is the very first thing that we should do?
So the first thing I would think about is the age at which you're retiring. If you're retiring between the age of 55 and 59 and a half, that can make a huge difference. Why is that? And that is because with a 401k, and this is the same with any work retirement plan like the TSP and TIA, CREF, and all those different ones. But what will happen at age 55, if you retire and the money is in your 401k, you can actually take money out of there with no penalty. If you move the money out of the 401k into an IRA and then you go in and you're 56 and you want to take some money out of it, you're going to have a 10% penalty. So you might want to figure out, well, I'm going to need about $10,000 a year, so I'll leave $50,000 in there and then I can take out $10,000 a year with no penalty. Then maybe I could move the rest to an IRA. So yep, takes a little strategic thinking if you're between 55 and 59 and a half.
Okay. So even if you're, one thing you can do is just leave it where it is, let it do whatever, and that applies if you change jobs as well. Is that correct? And you leave it with your old employer. So you don't have to think about it or do anything. Is that the best option? Should you just leave it where it is?
Not generally.
Okay.
All right, not generally. So and sometimes people changing jobs, they'll move their old 401k into their new 401k. One of the issues with that is generally in a 401k or work retirement plan, you don't have as many options for investments that you might have if you had your own IRA. And that would be like if you wanted to buy Microsoft and Apple stock, just buy the stock of those companies. Most 401ks you can't buy, you don't go in there, you don't see stocks to choose from.
Yeah, you go to a grouping of options.
Okay. Correct. So if you want to buy individual stocks, which generally I prefer that because you're going to typically get better rates of return with maybe 10 good stocks versus 1,000 different ones in a mixture that sometimes could be a little weird. So that would be one reason, because you can move it out, put it in an IRA, then you can get a lot of different investment options for safe money and growth money that you couldn't get in the 401k. Now, if somebody has a TSP, that's the Thrift Savings Plan with the federal government, they do have a very low cost in their TSP. So you have to study that a little bit too, because if you're paying hardly anything for those investments in there, and then you move it over to some big firm and their costs are really high,
maybe you would want to leave it.
And they buy the same stuff you maybe would have had in the other one, maybe you want to leave it there.
Well, what about like other end of the spectrum, a lump sum payment, just taking it all at once?
Yeah, so you really hardly ever want to just take it out of a 401k and not transfer it into an IRA. Because if you just take it out, you're going to have a big tax hit. So if you're feeling like you need to or have to take the money out and have the tax hit, you should stagger it over multiple years. Sometimes that's not easy either, but you can figure that out. So rarely would I do that because of the tax hit. You can take it all out as a lump sum and then move it into an IRA, and then there's no big tax hit on that. And now you've got it in another place where you can manage it better. If you don't manage it and you just let it go, whatever's in there, then maybe would be better leaving it in the 401k sometimes. And if you move it in an IRA and then never look at it, that's why you might want a financial advisor.
So no matter the option, consider the tax implications. And then just real quick, if you're going to be retiring in a few years, what should we do right now?
Okay, key thing is you want to get a certain level of safety in your investments, and you can do that in a 401k. They'll have some safe, not the best, but they're decent, a stable value fund or something like that. And now what you want to look at is, where's the stock market? Okay, if the stock market is really high, that's a great time to pull some money and move it into the safe when it's up. Most people do it at the opposite time. When the market drops, they move it out.
Because they panic.
Save money. Yeah, it's not good.
So don't
that's a
panic,
key.
remain calm, review things, consider all your options.
Exactly.
Always good advice, Carl. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Melissa.
We'll take a look at what that forecast has in store next.